Hey all, and welcome back to this episode. Okay guys, today I'm doing something a little different. I am going to talk about the Real Housewives of Abuja. So if you're interested in this kind of content, hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's get into why you really clicked on this video. I believe that this is one of the biggest fights in this season. So the Real Housewives of Abuja is just on their first season, if you do not know. And we're going to talk about this fight. It's between three ladies, so it is a hate triangle, if you will. And let's talk about how it began, who caused it, how it ended, and who should apologize. So I decided to take a different approach to my recaps in this particular show. Instead of going episode by episode, I'll focus on events and give a breakdown of that. And obviously, it's going to be heavily laced with my opinions. So, the first fighter is Comfort. Listen, one thing about Comfort is she's going to mentor you, okay? Whether you look up to her or not, Comfort does not care if you admire her, if you want to learn from her, but she is going to mentor you. She's going to sit you down and tell you how to behave. She's going to try and be your mom, try lead you. And I don't know who asked her, because these ladies don't want to be like her. And it's obvious. None of them look up to her in that way. Comfort, she has a very judgmental air about her, and she's very controlling. If you watch the season and just focus on her in the episodes, you'll see that whenever like a slight argument begins that could lead to nothing or could lead to more, she's always in the middle, like, no, let this person talk. Oh no, wait. She's always just in the middle, like just trying to control what others say to each other, or just trying to control everything. So these women are adults and they are mothers, and it's just antagonizing. And actually, Comfort's efforts come across as pretentious. I get that she wants to portray herself as this woman of high character and morals and all of that, but it's too much at times. Okay, then the second fighter is Arafa. Choose your fighter. I love that sound effect. Okay. And when it comes to Arafa, I have very little to say about her. She's pretty much been the person that she said she is. She's unapologetic, doesn't have time to play with these childrens, okay? She keeps calling them children. It's a jab at the childish women in the crew. And you know what? If the shoe fits, wear it. Okay, the last fighter is Princess Jekoko, who is an absolute trash human being, bottom of the barrel, the juice at the bottom of the dumpster. That's the type of person that Princess is. Princess, you're messy, you're classless, and you're delusional. Princess is a bully, a hypocrite, and she just behaves badly, and her bad behavior is excused by everyone around her. She always acts out of line all the time, but somehow people make excuses for her, and she pretty much gets away with everything. And it's really annoying to watch because she's never truly held to task. These ladies let her get away with everything. Her mother lets her get away with behaving badly, but we'll get into that later on. So the actual blowout, the explosion, happened at Arafa's house when it was just the three of them. That's Princess, Comfort, and Arafa. But I want to get into the build up because although they want to pretend that it just came out of nowhere, it really didn't. These ladies throw jabs at each other all the time. And the thing is, y'all, they don't know each other that well. Like, it's not a group of friends that have a show. It's different ladies that have met each other at various social events in Abuja in the past, but they're not friends. So they just don't know each other well enough to throw around nicknames or tags for other people. And when you watch, you know that, okay, this is a pressure point for this person, but they still carry on, which is so immature. So anyway, strike one was when Princess, Comfort, and Arafa had lunch together. This is in the earlier episodes. I think it could have been episode 2. They had lunch together, and Princess said she knows Arafa. And Arafa basically said, girl, you don't know me and I don't know you. Well, she didn't say it exactly like that, but basically she was like, where do you know me from? You don't know me. And Princess explained, I've seen you here at this party, you performed here. And she's like, but that doesn't mean you know me. That's Arafa. She was like, that does not mean you know me. So, yeah. And one thing about my girl, because I really love Arafa, one thing about my girl Arafa is she will define the relationship she has with you quickly. Okay, she doesn't want anybody calling her friend. If you're not her friend, she's not your friend. She doesn't want you throwing around the friend word. If you don't know her, don't say you know her. Say you've seen her. So yeah, she will let you know very quickly. So that was strike one. Strike two was at Arafa's drag party, where Princess made a comment about being the youngest in the group of ladies. I believe this was in episode 3. Yeah, it came absolutely out of nowhere. She, the thing about Princess is she talks when she's meant to talk and also when she's not meant to talk. She can't stand not hearing the sound of her own voice. So she always tries to fill the gap by saying something. And when you're that type of person, you end up offending people. So Arafa quickly bit back and said, okay, you're the youngest, but you look older than all of us. And that hit hard. Princess was mad. Strike 3 was Princess being her obnoxious self at every gathering that they had. This is before, the explosion at Arafa's house. She was always the loudest, the rudest, the most annoying person at other people's events. She would always stir up trouble, cause issues. Even if you look back at the pajama party that they had where they invited a sex therapist, she took a conversation. The sex therapist was talking generally about how people judge her, and she's there like, me? I never said anything about you. And it's like, girl, this isn't about you. Calm down. She's so annoying, y'all. Like, I can't stand her. Anyway, strike 4, this is the fourth and final strike, was Princess calling Comfort Mommy G.O. So Mommy G.O. is just like a very judgmental, Bible bashing type of woman that doesn't do much of anything, just very conservative, judgmental, in your face. Okay, now that you have the information on the ladies and the backstory and everything that built up to this point, let's get into the actual fight. So it started with them at Arafa's house talking about a non-situation with Samantha and Tutupai. So the ladies had a vacation prior to this, a staycation prior to this, arranged by Tutupai, and the night ended with Samantha and Tutupai going out with some of Tutupai's friends after all the other ladies went to bed, and they came back drunk. That's it. These are adults. One of them has 4 children. Okay. The other one is 35, I believe. Tutu Pai is 35 years old. These are adults. So I don't know why it's such a, such a sore point for people to say, oh, you were drunk. You were drunk and you're of legal drinking age. What is it? Why are you mad? Why are you mad, sis? So, yeah, that's where it began. They were just talking about that, how Tutu Pai's upset, that people are blah, 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 blah. And I'll talk about Tutu Pai a little bit more in another review. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that, because Tutu Pai likes to create situations out of nothing. So they're talking about that whole situation, and Arafa wants to change the topic. And at this point, Comfort extended an invitation to them to go to her house, and she warns them about being on time. Now, remember, they've switched from talking about any beef with anybody, anywhere, that's not there. But Princess isn't the person that initiated them, moving off topic. So she's not having it. She wants to continue talking about it. So when Comfort extends this invitation, she says, that event of yours, it's gonna choke. So Comfort is like, choke how? She's like, because Tutu Pai is going to lambast everything walking. Just look at how excited this classless piece of trash is about a fight between grown women. So Comfort asked her what she means by that, because Comfort doesn't mind Tutu Pai saying whatever she wants to say, but she says that she should say it respectfully. So then this is where Princess says, okay, preach, Mommy G.O. Woo! This girl has a problem. They're indoors, by the way. Like, they're not at Arafa's house outside. They're inside, just the three of them. And Princess has been shouting at the top of her voice since she arrived. She's been shouting, talking, making a noise since she arrived. So Comfort ignores the first Mommy G.O. comment, and she continues just talking about basic etiquette and things like that. And because Princess can't shut her mouth, she says, how many people does Comfort know that are like Tutu Pai? She's like, you haven't seen half the world. And Comfort says, I'm 18 years older than you. Like, between you and me, there's 18 years. And then Princess goes off on that, and I think Comfort was just implying that you're asking me how many people I've met. I've been on this planet 18 years longer than you. I mean, we must admit that with age comes experience. It's not that everyone older than you is wiser than you or anything like that, but definitely they have more life experience. So there goes Princess. She throws the Mommy G.O. comment again, and this time Comfort tells her to stop that. I think Comfort should have done this the first time Princess ever made that comment, because Princess is a coconut head and she doesn't learn quickly. So she's stupid and you have to keep repeating yourself to her. So Princess is like, why? What's wrong with calling you Mommy G.O.? She makes me so upset, because a normal person, a mature person, a human being would apologize. If you said something to somebody and they are insulted, apologize. Don't buckle down and make excuses for why they shouldn't take offense to what you're saying, especially when you know that it's offensive. So let's talk about Princess, like coming off of this point. Princess is the type of person, I'm sure we've all met this type of person, that likes to insult people and then act like she doesn't know that she was being rude. Like the age comment at Arafa's party, the joke about Tutu Pie being dangerous. She said that at a table full of people, that her husband was like, oh, Tutu Pie is going to be there, be careful, that kind of nonsense. And Tutu Pie is supposed to be her best friend, supposedly. And this calling Comfort Mommy G.O. Like, girl, you know what you're doing. And I saw people online that were saying she looks identical to Bob Risky. Oh, goodness. I wonder if she'll take that as an insult, because she shouldn't be insulted, right? Like, what's so insulting about that? Stupid person. So anyway, back to the fight. Throughout the whole shouting match, because now Comfort has raised her voice as well, Arafa has been quiet. But Princess, being the mentally underdeveloped brat that she is, keeps getting angry because Comfort is setting boundaries with her. So Comfort calls Princess Banza, which apparently means stupid, and Princess says, don't insult me. So, Princess, you know what insults are. That's fucking rich coming from you. Really? Don't insult me? The whole reason you're so mad is because Comfort told you to stop insulting her. And now she does the same thing to you and you say she shouldn't insult you. So yeah, Arafa tries to diffuse the situation, and this gets Princess riled up even more. And that's when shit hit the fan. And now Comfort went to sit between Arafa and Princess, because now it's Arafa and Princess fighting, or because Comfort tried to de-escalate the situation. And Arafa told Princess to get out of her house, and Princess refused. And y'all, this is the first, but it's not the last time that Princess gets asked to leave someone's venue. Okay, so that should give you an insight onto what kind of woman this is. But, being the classless dog she is, she refuses to leave. Okay, did we expect anything more? No. Absolutely not. She acted exactly the way she should. Okay, she acted like an idiot. Like, Samantha could never. OJ Porcherella could never. Comfort could never. Even Arafa could never be so low class as to refuse to leave a place where they are not welcome. You wouldn't even have to ask them twice. That's class. Like, Princess, you need to learn from them. Like, imagine how annoying of a human being you have to be. Imagine how self-righteous you have to be. Even if you think you're in the right, if someone's asking you to leave their home, their party, their occasion, just leave. Just leave. What are you trying to prove by being, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here until you shut up and calm down. Then come back and so. This woman. So the whole thing escalated, and for me, I think it's Princess's fault for one, continuing to bring up the useless topic of Tutu Pie being drunk and that Tutu Pie is gonna lambast this and lambast that, when they clearly stopped talking about it and Tutu Pie wasn't there. So there was literally no need for this conversation. Literally, they did not need to be talking about that. So, side note, Arafa, please, girl, change your security company. Change your security company. Whoever that man is, okay, that guard, that I don't know who that man is that you called to kick Princess out, he cannot protect you from a fart. Okay, he's got to go. Get better security. So now we're all caught up on the actual fight. So yeah, that's what happened. But the effects don't end there. Um, After that, Tutu Pai was invited to golf with Arafa and Comfort, and she decided to bring Princess. One thing about Tutu Pai and Princess is they don't have boundaries, and they've proven it time and time again. And Princess doesn't need you to invite her anywhere. She's coming, okay? She's just that person. And honestly, I dread fucking any scene that has her in it, because it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. So obviously she causes a scene there too. She insulted Arafa, insulted Comfort, and they both left. Remember, Comfort and Arafa were the ones that were there first and invited Tutu Pai, but they had to leave because Princess was barking like the dog she is. And yeah, as a result of this, Princess didn't get invited to Comfort's event, her perfume launch. And that event was an absolute success. And I believe it is because the gutter rat, that is Princess, wasn't there. If Princess had been there, it's only her voice we would have heard. And who the fuck needs that? And by the way, I noticed that Tutu Pai is a completely different person when Princess is not around. Princess is a fucking bully. At the party, Tutu Pai did bring up the whole issue of her being drunk and all that stuff. And when the ladies explained things to her, she was able to listen. Princess can't listen. And if Princess had been there, she wouldn't have allowed Tutu Pai to listen. And Tutu Pai also, you have to stop acting like a fucking sheep. Okay? Get a backbone. So the next time we see all three ladies is at OJ's spa day. And this is how it went. Arafa came in, focused on herself, minding her own business. But there's Princess pushing, like, hi, Arafa, you're not talking to me? Hello, Arafa, hi. And Princess is doing this not because she wants to make peace with Arafa. She wants to assert some kind of sick dominance over the situation. And Arafa did what any sane person would do, which is completely ignore her because you're childish. And yeah, so after that, Princess invited Comfort under the guise of wanting to apologize to her, and she left Comfort waiting for an hour and 30 minutes. An hour and 30 minutes. And what's the first thing she does when she sits down? Calls her mommy G.O. and laughs. She's like, haha, I know you don't like that. Then why the fuck are you saying it? Are you stupid? What the fuck is wrong with this girl? What is wrong with this woman? This is what I'm talking about when I say she's a bully. She already knows Comfort doesn't like it, but she still does it. And then if Comfort doesn't laugh with her, she tries to paint Comfort out as the bad person. She's really, honestly, the worst kind of human being ever. At the end of their meetup, she gives Comfort a mug with Mommy G.O. engraved on it. How fucking irritating is that? Completely no EQ, no IQ. Idiot. And what I didn't like about that is that Comfort laughed when receiving the mug. And like I said before, Princess is a slow learner, and she's the type of person that if you don't like something, don't even smile with her about it, because she will just keep doing it. If you don't like it, tell her, I don't like it. If she does it again, tell her again. And tell her, if you do that again, I'm going to stop talking to you. Like, that's it. I'll get into that a bit more, because this is why Arafa won for me. So Princess invited Arafa out separately, but Arafa stood her up. And honestly, that's the best way to deal with someone like Princess. You honestly have to let her act like the fucking chicken head that she is. And I don't even know why Princess invited her out, because she was there telling her cousin that Arafa has a bad attitude, etc. Princess just doesn't know wrong and right. Simple. She wasn't raised well at all. And Arafa doing this again is why I think Arafa is the winner. The next event they were all together is an event by Princess, and Princess invited Arafa and then got mad that Arafa arrived. And like I said, the girl is ghetto, period. Ghetto. She starts drama at her own party. Can you ever be that classless? Like, you're the hostess. There isn't an amount of money that could buy enough class to cover how cheap Princess is. Eventually, Princess gave Arafa a shallow apology, and she immediately wanted to know if Arafa was going to apologize too. Spoiled, bully, hypocritical brat. She apologized in her own time, but she wants Arafa to now apologize just because she apologized. I don't know what gives Princess such balls, because she's really not that girl. She's not that girl. So I don't know why she thinks she can get away with all these things. Anyway, at this point, most of the tension dies down, but Arafa hasn't apologized yet. And when she did, on their Lagos trip, her apology was for calling Princess old looking. Comfort, this is how you set boundaries, okay? Princess did something to Arafa that she didn't like. Arafa ignored her. Arafa distanced herself from her. And for that reason, Princess will never try Arafa again. Okay?
I said what I said.
So, yeah, Princess and Arafa actually started getting close, to the point where Princess was even confiding in Arafa about her real feelings about Tutu Pie. But that's for another episode. Subscribe so you don't miss out. But yeah, Arafa can teach people how to set boundaries. Okay? That's it. So, to conclude, my final thoughts on this beef is that Princess is responsible. She'll do anything to avoid accountability. And, you know, for me, it goes all the way down to her mom. Her mom let her get away with behaving like this. Because I remember in the intro video to the first episode, Princess and her mom were having a massage, and Princess brought up like, oh mom, you remember that girl? Yeah, she did this and that, and you know, she's just jealous of me. And the mom is just there like agreeing with her about that. And also at Samantha's party, when Princess threw a hissy fit because her mom didn't receive her food first, her mom just sat there. She didn't tell her daughter like, stop behaving like this in public. Like, okay, you're mad I didn't get my food for, but damn, have some class, okay? Stop acting like a fucking ghetto rag doll everywhere you go. Mommy J. Coco, come